Namaste. I got the best news and I want to share it with you because I just spoke with my co-author who tells me that our book is being translated into both Spanish and Portuguese. So, in light of the great news, I thought I'd make a very short video to offer you one of the teachings in the book that's totally game-changing, and then make an invitation for you to come and study deeper. So, first of all, the book's called Sacred Sexual Healing, which apparently in the camera is reversed. But Baba Des is my co-author, and we wrote it 7 years ago, and it is now being used as the main text for the International School of Temple Arts, and it's being trained on nearly every continent on the planet. So I'm really proud of the profound teachings, and the distinction that I want to offer you today is that there are 4 kinds of sex. So obviously there's procreation, and there's recreation, and there's restorative, and then there's transformation. So procreational sex is basic. It's our animal impulse to spread our seed, and it's, what the churches sanction, that we can be fruitful, and the purpose is to perpetuate the race. Recreational sex, we see all over, especially since the advent of birth control, but it's really the next move in the natural evolution of wanting to experience the pleasure in the body, wanting to merge with another and play. And this may or may not be attached to love, but it can be creative, and it can be pornographic, or it can be kinky with costumes. It's basically, as long as it's between 2 consensual adults, it's a wonderful expression. But the last 2 categories are really what my book's about. Restorative sex is when we take sexual energy and it comes from the heart, and it invigorates the internal organs, and it's a more attunement to the subtle energies of the body that creates like radiant health. So it's really more about sexual healing, and it's like the Taoist practices and the sacred sex practices. The next move in our evolution is to transformational sex. And this is when we wake up and we realize that we can take our intention and we can infuse our orgasm with these deeper prayers, like, to make love for the sake of all sentient beings. When we really realize that we are gods and goddesses, coming together and merging in oneness. And so this book is about those, the sexual healing and the transformative sex. But as you probably guessed, you can't learn those things in a book. It has to be experiential. It has to be a direct experience in the body, and perhaps even a transmission with the teacher, which is why I want to invite you to join me for a pilgrimage that I'm taking to Jerusalem. This will be my first time to Jerusalem teaching the spiritual shamanic sexual experience, which is a profound week-long retreat where people are rebirthed and reparented and repatterned into being these fully sexually sacred beings. And I can't even put it into words. It's such a field of the non-ordinary awakening. And so, all I can say is you got to experience it for yourself. I personally gave myself on my 40th birthday in Canada the gift of this retreat, and it completely up-leveled my relationship, my life, and I want that for you. And I get this time to teach it with 2 masters, with Ohad and Dawn, and we are just going to have the most magical time in Jerusalem in the fall. And I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to attach it to this video so that you can have all the details. I really want you to consider coming to experience this. And if you can't make it this fall, go to the ISTA website, which I'm also including, so that you can see that these courses are being led all across the world, like ongoingly. This is really important work for the planet, and I hope that you are called to join me, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Blessings.